What's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? This is Jeremiah Davis, the funding coach, coming to you live with Monday Fun Day. How you guys doing today? I hope everyone had a blessed, prosperous, relaxing weekend. It's Monday. It's back to the grind. Let's get it. Okay, so if you don't know, my name is Jeremiah Davis. I am the CEO and founder of Business Funding Now. .com, a loan brokerage company. We also provide business credit as well. And on Monday Fun Day, I am educating you guys on the different funding options and products that are out there. And there are a lot. There are a lot of different funding options. And as a loan broker, if you're looking at being a loan broker, you have to take time and to study and learn all of the different nuances about each of these loan products that are available, right? And contrary to popular disbelief or belief that misinformation is out there, most business loans are going to still be contingent on personal credit, all right, on business finances, income, business income, as well as the business owner's personal credit, right? I often tell you that the banks have not changed their protocols when they're lending money. The banks want to lend money, but they're not going to take any unnecessary risk. So they still use a personal credit scoring model to underwrite a lot of business loans, right? Business credit in itself doesn't mean business funding. You don't get access to business funding just because you got business credit. Having good business credit, good personal credit, and good business finances gives you access to more loan products and lines of credit or vendor accounts or things like that. And business credit is not a one-off. You don't get it just to attain, to act like a stepping stone to get access to more. You need to keep it and build it like you do your personal credit. The stronger your business credit profile is, the more options you have, right? So building a strong business credit profile is essential. Is so essential in this day and age and this economy for business owners to access lines of credit, vendor accounts, and capital to keep their business going through a recession, through a pandemic, whatever the case may be, to expand, to hire new people, to buy more products and services. So you really need to know what your options are, know what the qualifications and requirements are for these different type of loan products that you may or may not be qualified for. Okay, now today's topic is going to be covering the ERC program or ERC funding, right, which stands for employee retention credit, right? Employee retention credit. Sorry, I had a little brain fart there. And who's eligible? What are the requirements? How do I get this credit, this grant? Because the government will give you the money. You do not have to pay it back, okay, if you qualify, right? And trust me, after the whole PPP and the EIDL fiasco, they're really, dotting the I's and crossing the T's, but there is monies available for any business owner that has W-2 employees. Okay, this is a critical step. If you don't have W-2 employees, you do not qualify. Okay, all right. But if you do have a minimum of 3 W-2 employees, then you can get this grant, right? This ERC funding. So, and it's really good. It's really good if you have W-2 employees. Okay, so they got to be W-2. They got to pay taxes in the United States. All my employees are virtual assistants in the Philippines, so I do not qualify for it. But I do service this loan product. I do have lenders that I can get you set up with and get you this money. All right, so I'm going to go through all the qualification requirements for the ERC program to see if you can apply for it. I even have my online application that pre-qualifies you in less than 3 minutes for one or more of my 20 different loan products, right? The ERC is one of those products. So if you put the correct data in, the accurate data in, and you get a pre-approval for the ERC, there's a good chance if you can supply the supporting documents that you can get this grant, this government money that you do not have to pay back. So you want to pay close attention as I go through the qualifications and requirements for the ERC program. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. So I'm reading this stuff, right? So steps to apply for the Employment Retention Credit. The Employment Retention Credit is credit available to employers that have been affected by COVID. Okay, the credit can be provided for businesses with up to $5,000 per employee in payroll tax credits. Okay, don't hold on before you shut me down. You can qualify for up to $26,000 per employee, but that covers the whole time span, right? All right. If it's quarterly, then it's less. Okay, so I'm gonna get into this really quickly. Okay, to apply for that, you need to determine your eligibility, right? To determine the eligibility, and I have one lender that will do the ERC with 3 employees, right? So the government is just guaranteeing the money. You still have to get it from a lender, okay? You have to calculate your qualified wages, right? So how your employees' wages for the time affected during, if you were laid off or you had to lay them off, but you kept them on through the entirety of the pandemic, then you should have your documentation for your W-2 employees to prove that, right? So if you have 10 employees and you cut some of them back to part-time or whatever the case may be, you're paying them through this period of time, you should have that documentation. You have to have that documentation. You also have to have, so calculating your qualified wages, file Form 941 and claim the refundable credit with the quarterly IRS filings. So quarterly, you're supposed to be submitting this 941 form on your W-2 employees. All right, that's the tax documents you file with the IRS, so that you're writing off the right portion of the employee expense from your company. Okay, so you're documenting your employee's salary or wages, the hourly wages. Okay, report qualified wages and other relevant information on that Form 941. All right, carry any unused credits forward to succeeding quarters or years. So if you didn't have them, if say you had to be shut down for 1 or 2 quarters during the pandemic and then you reopen, this is what it's talking about. You need to show the paper trail from the time when we was in lockdown over the pandemic, that you had your employees working, right? If they was essential workers or if they, restaurant, grocery stores, things like that, those type of essential workers, this is what you're looking for, right? Whatever business you're in, if you got the documentation, let's apply and let them tell you you don't qualify. But if you can supply the documents, then you can have a good chance of getting this money. Okay. All right. Although the ERC program expires September 30th, 2021, businesses can apply for the credit until the status of limitation expires. So basically, it's still open. You still can apply for this, okay? In addition, even if your business received the PPP loan, you may still qualify for the ERC tax credit. That's because the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021 modified and expanded 2 previous stimulus programs. So basically, they're giving you a chance to get the access to more money because we're still struggling, right? Entrepreneurs, business owners, small business owners are the backbone of this country, and they're extending this program to cover you guys during this period of time, okay? Did you know that the PPP and the ERTC, known as the ERC, are programs from different government agencies. That's another thing, okay? So it's not the same government agencies. The Payroll Protection Program is administered by the SBA, right? And the IRS administers the ERC. So the IRS is the ones that are making this available, this credit available, not the SBA. So that's a good thing to know where who is funding this type of money or guaranteeing this credit. It's not a loan. It's a credit. It's a grant, if you will. Okay. What else here? We have with the ERC, you may be due up to $26,000 per employee. Okay, depending on how much time that they were working during the pandemic versus what how much time they were laid off or what have you. Okay, so basically, get your docs together. If you don't know, give me a call, schedule an appointment, and let me help you get this money. Okay. Although qualifying for an ERC may seem simple, you may find the process actually filing very difficult. Okay, it's the government. Go figure. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. With over 90,000 small businesses, payroll clients. Yeah. Okay, we got plenty of clients. We help businesses like yours successful collect the ERC money. I got this data from one of my lenders that supplies this type of funding or this type of grant that's backed by the IRS. Okay, some examples of this is people have gotten, a company, restaurant in Galveston got $500,000. Another a manufacturing company in Skokie Illinois got almost $700,000. So there's a lot of money out here that you can qualify for. But remember, you got to have at least 3 employees. Okay, that's the benchmark. A minimum of 3 employees, up to $26,000 per employee. Have your 941 filed right with the IRS either yearly or quarterly. Okay, and that you can prove that your business was closed or affected by the pandemic, which everybody's was. So that's not a hard thing to accomplish. The thing of it is collecting these documents in the right format, packaging them in the right format, and submitting them to a lender is the critical portion, right? And then there is a waiting period. You're not going to get, just like with the PPP and the EIDL, this money is not going to be in your bank account in the next couple of days. It's going to be a couple of months, 2-3 months before the money is paid out to you. Okay. So I just wanted to go on here and just give you guys this bit of information. Basically, if you was in business before the pandemic and during the pandemic, and you're still in business and you had employees, you may qualify to get this additional government grant, a cash influence into your business to expand, to hire more people, to buy more products, whatever the case may be. So I wouldn't go to sleep on this. All right, I would be actively getting my documents together. And if you don't know, just like I said, email Business Funding Now or support@businessfundingnow.com. Me or one of my staff members will email you a list of supporting documents and start working on it, right? Start working on it now. I know there's a lot of commercials out there, but all lenders aren't created equal, okay? I don't know what these other entities are charging you. Of course, brokers like myself, we do have to charge something because that's how we get paid. That's how we pay the bills. But if you had more than 3 employees and you was in business before the pandemic, during the pandemic, and after the pandemic, if you had to lay people off, you had to cut back hours, whatever the case may be, you could qualify for this grant and you don't have to pay the money back. Come on now. This is free money. It's worth the effort. It's worth the extra couple of hours or whatever the case may be for you to collect the supporting documents and submit them with Business Funding Now or any other lender you choose. Obviously, I want you to use me for your funding products. And if you fill out my 2-minute, 3-minute scan, it will tell you if you pre-qualify for this loan or not. right? So go ahead and go to Business Funding now. Let me go ahead and put it in the chat, all right? And you're going to click on the free Business Funding and Credit Scan, and then you fill that out. It takes you less than 2 minutes, and then you click Submit, and you're going to get the results. And it's going to pre-approve you not only for that loan program, but one or more of the 20 different loan options that we have, the business loan options that we service. Okay, so you definitely want to take advantage of that. And if you do not qualify for the ERC, you might qualify for another business loan. Okay, so there's a lot of different business loans out here that you don't know what you qualify for. You don't know until you apply. What we do differently at Business Funding now is we know what the qualifications and requirements are before you apply, right? So we want to make sure you're going to get approved before you apply. So the supporting documents we ask for, the information that we ask for, it's all necessary based on lender compliance, right? And I'm going to tell you something else. Business term loans, SBA type loans, business line of credit, business credit cards that are with no PG, all have the same criteria. Minimum credit score of 680, 700 is better, or 700, of course, higher the better. All right. A minimum income of like over $100,000 a year in your business, right? And you can't have any negative items on your credit. You can't have more than 3 inquiries in 4 months on your credit report. Okay. And then your business you have to have your business checking information there available, right? Submitting your bank statements. Here's another thing that I want to encourage people to do. If you're building your business credit or you already have business credit, start using your business credit more than you use your cash. Okay. And the reason why, if you have vendor accounts or business or credit cards that you can pay back over time, or net 30 or net 60 and net 90 and net 120, use those and pay them. So take that time to pay them off. Pay them off 10 days, make the payments 10 days before they're due. All right, lenders look at that. And the reason is because you want your bank rating score. Your business bank rating score is a big determining factor in how banks see you as being able to pay the money back, right? The bank rating score is it starts with in the threes. You got a low 3, mid 3, and a high 3. Then you have a low 4, mid 4, and a high 4. Then you have a low 5, mid, and then higher. Then it goes on up. All right, but if you're up past 5, that means that your daily average balance is over $100,000. Daily average balance is over $100,000. All right, so if you're making that kind of money, then I don't know if you need a loan, but if you do, come talk to me. I'm gonna help you out. But if you're not making over, if your daily average business checking balance is not over $100,000, the minimum, a low 5, is $10,000. So you want to have your business checking balance to be $10,000 or above. And the reason I'm taking the time to explain this to you is because I get a lot of people that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month in their business, but every dime that's coming in is going out, right? And they have a low bank rating score because their daily average balance is less than $10,000. Sometimes it's less than, between $10,000 and $1,000. And when a bank sees that, they're like, you can't afford to pay this pay a loan, so we're not going to approve you. So having a low 5 bank rating score, meaning that your daily average checking balance in your business checking account is $10,000 or more. Okay, so instead of using your operating capital from your business checking account, use your business credit cards to buy the products and things that you need to service your clientele. Okay, office supplies. I don't know if it doesn't matter what business you're in. We need supplies. You need certain things to pay for your business. You need to buy those things on credit so you can so your cash flow that's coming into your business stays in the bank account longer than normal, right? Every dollar coming in is going out. You're going to have a low bank rating score. So if you can buy the things that you need for your business and leave the cash there, your bank rating score is going to increase. Right? And they're going to be looking actively at the last 3 months of your business checking account, your bank statements, to see the assess what your bank rating score is. All right. But banks now can put your information in there and they can get all your banking details in a nanosecond, right? And they can tell them what the bank rating score is, what your daily average is, how many times you had an NSF, or this and that and the other. They can go back 3 years in your business checking information and access that data. Why? Because all business information is public record. Okay, that's why. All right. So and they have access to this information so they can better assess who's able to pay back a loan that they extend or a line of credit. All right, but having that money in your account for a longer period of time increases your bank rating score. And as you're using your business credit cards, right, and vendor accounts, they're going to give you increases, right? The more you use them responsibly and pay them off in a time in an agreed amount manner, whatever it's a net 30 or 60 or 90 or 120, right? Or if it's a revolving account, whatever the case may be, you want to be able to use those and get those increases. Because another one of the criteria for some of the loan products is that you have one credit card, business credit card with a $5,000 limit. You got to have 10 trade lines reporting to your business credit, and all those trade lines need to be managed well. So you need to get the trade lines and the vendor accounts that you need for your business, right? And utilize them and get higher increases, right? If you got the 10 trade lines and you're using them to fund to buy the products and services you need to service your clients and not your operating capital, you're going to get the increases from the credit cards and the vendor accounts, and you're going to increase your bank rating score. Okay, so you're kind of killing two birds with one stone, as they say, by maximizing your fundability. Or your bank, is your business bankable? Are you fundable? All right. And these are the things that most people are not telling you that are building business credit or accessing funding. Okay. And then you also need to know which banks work with your industry. Okay. This is another issue that I see a lot of is some banks don't work with all types of businesses. Some banks don't work with trucking businesses. Some banks don't work with law firms. Some banks don't work with certain businesses they deem to be high risk and prohibit lending to that type of business or that industry, and that's their prerogative. They don't have to lend to anybody and everybody. All right. Only thing they have to do is follow the law back, but they can't discriminate based on color, religion, yada yada yada. Right. The same old fair. What do you call it? Acts, social rights acts and all that stuff. I'm not a politician, whatever. Okay. But my point being is knowing what you qualify for and where to go to get the lines of credit, the vendor accounts, or the credit cards, or the cash that you need for your business is critical more now than ever before. Okay. Lending is harder now than it was before the pandemic, right? Obtaining credit like you want it is harder now, right? Now, a lot of vendors are requiring you to do at least 3 months of consecutive purchases and payments on the vendor accounts before they report to the business credit bureaus. Why is that? Because they're hip. They learned post-pandemic and through the pandemic that a lot of people defaulted, right? And a lot of people are just getting the one trade line and making one purchase just to get that reported to their business credit. So now they're like, no, we don't want to do business like that. We want you to get our credit card or our line of credit, and we want you to use them every month. And if you use them every month, we're going to give you higher increases. So you have to build on to your business credit, right? Having a solid, strong business credit profile, a solid, strong personal credit profile, and a strong bank rating, a business cash flow gives you more options in accessing credit and funding. Okay, that's it. So let me go full circle. If you had 3 or more W-2 employees, hit me up, complete the free scan, and see if you qualify for the ERC or one or more of our other 20 different loan types. Okay, I'll be happy to answer any questions, schedule an appointment. You can find the appointment link on the website and everything. And I'm happy to educate you on what you need to do to get the credit and the funding you need for your business. All right. And that's all, folks. Okay. Listen, as always, please like, share, follow YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all the social media platforms that you can find me. And listen, I want you. Listen, we can all come up together. We just have to have the right information. This is why I do this, right? I want to see because entrepreneurship is the most freedom that I think anyone can get in this country. You know, yeah, I don't punch somebody's clock. I go and come like I want, right? I determine how much money I make by how much I work. And, I can work, and then just very soon, this is going to be on an automated system where I can just be kicking back at the beach, and the company's making money, and I'm hands off, right? That's the goal. But until then, I put in work every day so I can build my companies, and I can help you build your companies. Accessing the business credit and the business funding that you need to start, whether you are an entrepreneur starting up a fresh new business, or you've been in business for years, but you have not established business credit and you cannot access the funding you need to grow your business, I'm your guy. Come holler at me. I will help you get access and give you the correct information that you need, that banks and lenders are looking for, and they want to extend you the lines of credit. They want you to come in and ask to borrow $100,000, $200,000. They want you to come in and get a $100,000 line of credit. All right, but there's rules to the game, and you need to know the rules before you play. Okay, if you start playing and you don't know the rules, you're not going to win. That's how it is in baseball, football, basketball. If you don't know how to play the game, you're not going to win. So get with me and let me help you and show you how to win at being an entrepreneur and accessing the credit and the funding that you need to grow your business. All right. My name is Jeremiah Davis. I am the funding coach. Peace.